So as we get ready to discuss our last topic of operations of polynomials, which is division, we want to actually take a look at one of the laws of exponents as it relates to dividing powers. For example, if we had a power, let's say x to the m power, and we divide this by x to the nth power, notice that our bases are the same, meaning x is the same. So if you find a situation where your bases are the same and you're dividing this power, then you basically subtract the exponents. This would be x to the m minus n. So for a quick example, if we have 2 to the 5th power divided by 2 cubed, this would actually be 2 to the 5 minus 3, which is 2 squared, which is 4. That's how we would actually work that. And the last technique that we're actually going to use is one of synthetic division. Again, when we're dividing, say for instance, a binomial, we're dividing a trinomial or a polynomial for that matter. It could be as many terms as you want. And we're dividing it, say, by a binomial. Well, you can use long division if you want to, but again, it exhausts all of your time. You want to be able to use techniques that will allow you to work problems under 1 minute. So when you're dividing a binomial into a polynomial, you want to actually use synthetic division. So that's what we want to look at. We want to look at a few examples involving this technique, and then we want to look at synthetic division. So for our first example, let's take a look at two monomials that we want to divide. The first of which says negative 48x squared, negative 48 x squared y cubed z, and this is divided by negative 16 xy squared z, xy squared z, and I apologize for the board there, I'm running out of space. What we can do to really teach this, first of all, when I teach, I like to go ahead and get my signs out of the way so that I'm not carrying them along the whole problem. So a negative divided by a negative will give me a positive. So I know the end result, my answer is going to be a positive expression. So now I can actually write this as 48x squared y cubed z divided by 16xy squared z. Okay, so this is simple. 48 divided by 16 is 3. And now, just for a little conversation here, there are so many ways we can actually talk about this. We can actually use that principle of actually subtracting the exponents. Here we see the bases are the same, x squared and x to the first. So we will actually subtract the exponents. 2 minus 1 is 1. So this would actually be x to the first power, which we just write x. This is actually 3 minus 2, which is 1. So this is y to the first. And actually here, you can look at the z's two ways. You can either look at them as they cancel out, or if you notice, both of them are to the first power. So if we do 1 minus 1, we actually got z to the 0th power. And we know that by definition, anything to the 0 power is 1. So we would actually be multiplying by 1 right here, which would not affect our expression. So our final answer is 3xy. Okay? All right.